everybody, Jade Feinics here with my forever trusty Rusty Fernando.
Hi everybody.
Welcome to the Feinics Gate. We're here going to be doing a quick live for you. Quick, because it's con crunch time. So I need to get back to creating these completely insane cosplays that we're going to be doing in less than 2 weeks. I'm sorry I didn't broadcast last week. It's been a real crazy time between getting ready for Comic-Con and all sorts of things. It's just crazy.
Very.
So welcome. I'm glad we are back once again. We are what episode are we up to? I think we're up to 13. I think this is lucky number 13.
Ooh,
yes, I think it's lucky number 13.
Let me play the lotto.
I mean, if I'm wrong, it's probably because I'm on no sleep. I'm on no sleep today.
No.
But yes. Let's talk about what are we gonna talk about?
Well, next week will be Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Oh wow, yeah, though you're right. It is next week. 7 days, 8 days.
7.
7, because technically it's
1 week
the end of the day.
1 week from tomorrow.
Yes. So woo!
Yeah, but there's to be a big event this year, like always. This year, though, was very disappointing with basically the guests.
Not just the guests. I mean, it's the whole process. Fernando and I got our tickets, like we do every year, back in May.
Well, back in May, but my issue was, and you heard me even complain about this, there's always that one big guest.
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago was Stan Lee. Last year was William Shatner. When he went to other cons, they'll give you that one big guest.
Well, actually, we got a few big ones this year.
Well,
we got Jason Momoa.
Yeah, that became a pain in the ass. That became, all Sunday. So
originally, here's the thing. We buy a photo op every year as a gift because my mom comes with us. Jade's mom comes with us, and she cosplays too with me on Sundays. So she always gets to pick one guest that she wants a photo op with every year. And that's been a running trend for the last 3?
2 years.
2
years.
Give or take. But basically this year she really wanted Jason Momoa because he was originally supposed to come on Sunday. So we bought the photo op. And it was all set up, ready to go. Literally a week later, I get a notification in my email stating that he is now only on Saturday.
And pissed everybody off.
And then I had to switch my group. I had to switch the time.
And then people bought Sunday tickets, got pissed off.
Yeah, because the Sunday tickets were supposed to be for Momoa.
Forget it. The internet was on a rampage. And New York City Comic-Con said, oh, that's his schedule. That's not our fault. And this year, they only had 2 canceled guests. They only had Rob Zombie, who only canceled a panel, and another girl from the Blind Spot, who's, I would say, fairly known, but not as
I don't know who she is.
Not as known. But a lot of the famous guests this year are only doing panels, which I have a very big problem with, because a lot of the good panels are not at the con. It's 5 blocks away at the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Well, they've been doing that because of the space.
But still, I gotta leave the con an hour early just to make a panel, which Lord knows if I'm going to get it on time.
That's true. And a lot of the panels now, a few of them were actually involved in the raffle. You can't get in unless you win a raffle. Even if you're waiting online, you can't get into this panel.
Yeah, well, last thing what we got Michael Rooker. That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
We wound up missing Kevin Smith.
Yeah, we were pretty pissed about that. We really wanted to see that. But then they also added more people to Thursday. Then they're only there on Thursday, which got even more people pissed off.
Mark Ruffalo, and
they want $200 for a photo op with Mark Ruffalo.
Or an autograph.
Or an autograph.
For both, per. I'm like, hell no.
Don't get me wrong. I love some Mark Ruffalo. He is, but he's only going to be there for 1 day. I already had to pay, $160 for Momoa. We're going to have to pay another $120 because my mom had to pick somebody else she picked Michonne for Sunday. And then on top of that, we also have Michelle Rodriguez on Saturday as well, which, was a secret. All of a sudden she's there, which is great.
And then Finn Balor, which was added Thursday.
and Bailey and Sasha.
Which was that shocked the hell out of me.
Yeah, that was like out of nowhere because he told me that all the guys are in Australia.
They are. That's why I'm like, they're doing New York Comic Con. I'm like, yeah, that had to be a last minute deal. Had to be.
Why is my mother calling me?
I have no idea.
Yes, I'm in the middle of a podcast.
Mm. So yeah, they added all these guests last minute. And
okay, all right. So then I'll talk to you later.
Tickets.
Goodbye. That was Mama Jade, and she wanted to talk to me about cosplay.
Oh.
So, sorry, Mama Jade, no cosplay talk today. Sorry.
Later on.
So, basically what's going on right now, if, anybody decides to join us, welcome.
Yeah, New York Comic Con did not sell out quickly this year.
It did.
Not as quick as usually.
No. What happened is it did sell out. The problem is because everybody decided that they added a new step. And I've talked about this step before with the fan verification. I have talked about this step where it was like
you have to transfer and accept the tickets by a certain date.
Right. So now it's always been with ShowClicks for a long time now. ShowClicks has been attached to your New York City Comic Con ticket. Now, the difference is that they added 2 years ago was the fan verification. So all you had to do was have a fan verified profile, buy a ticket, and boom, you were good to go. They changed it this year and told no one that you also have to link it and connect it and accept it through ShowClicks as well. So a lot of people whose tickets were not accepted by a certain time were taken away, they were refunded, and put back out into the general public.
And even those didn't sell out quickly. And then people had to rebuy theirs. Some got theirs back. And then Thursday didn't sell out.
Nope.
They added Mark Ruffalo. They didn't get sold out.
Still available if you guys want. If there's people who want to go, we'll be there.
We'll be there
in cosplay.
We will.
Yeah, well, I will be. And I've already announced my cosplay lineup, so it's not like a big secret. But Thursday, I'm going to be Princess Merida.
Yes.
Friday, we're going with the new versions of Bulma Quinn and Joku, which were a huge hit last year. Friday I'm dressing up in a costume that I have not worn for over 10 years.
That Saturday,
Feinics, plus also a nice cosplay that I've been working on with Fernando here, building it from scratch, and it's going to be his debut. And then Sunday, I will be there with my mom and him, and he will be
Johnny motherfucking Bravo.
Yeah, and I'm going to be Volcana. I'm going to bring her back since she hasn't been seen since Eternal Con last year. And my mother's going to come as Black Canary. So if you guys are there, if anybody watches this, anybody wants to find us and talk to us and be involved in the cast, because I will be recording while we're there, certain things, come up, say hi. How you doing? Give us a shout out.
Yes.
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Well, this year, you also remember, not New York Comic Con doesn't tell you all the guests. Other booths promote their own guest lineup, and as well, like we found out, Sting is going to be there Thursday.
Yeah,
he's not doing it. He's not coming in incognito. He's actually going to make an appearance Thursday and Friday. I think Trish Stratus is doing the weekend. Then they have all the Power Rangers coming. Walter Jones.
Well, not all of them. I mean, Jason David Frank was announced, and then you're going to have Walter Jones, Austin St. John, Karen Ashley, who is the second Yellow Ranger.
And the guy who plays Zordon.
The guy who plays Zordon.
Yeah, that's going to be another booth. So definitely.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
She's another. My Mary. I love my Mary. Mary was originally going to come and has decided not to. And I don't blame her, because I'm noticing a lot of my cosplay friends and my cosplay family have decided to opt out of Comic-Con this year.
As a protest.
Not just protest, just because it's boring, it's overdone. The Javits Center is under so much construction. It's going to be so tight. And you know what? Seriously, I can't blame her. Mary, you said you're going to Mermaid Con in February, if I'm correct. Yeah, she's going to a mermaid convention, and that's going to be so much fun. I'm so jealous of her with that.
It's going to be cold.
No, she's going to be in a different state. I think it's in Virginia.
Still going to be cold.
It's in Virginia. Okay. We're having a little lag here. Wow. I don't know why, but whatever. Technology.
Yes.
So, anyways, one of the things that I wanted to talk about today is not it's money, laugh aloud. Yeah, hold on. Okay, so my Mary says it's money. LOL, money is an issue, and yes, Mermaid Magic Con. There you go.
It's indoors.
It is indoors. Yes.
Okay, so you're not gonna freeze off.
No. I mean, and that's the other thing. Like, if there's any type of inclement weather for New York City Comic Con, what the hell are we supposed to do?
Run. That's the best way they tell you. Run.
Right. So basically, a lot of the things that I go to Comic Con every year, and I have been going every year since for the last 15 years. It's a tradition for me. I don't give it up unless I couldn't get a ticket, which obviously is not the case. I have not. This is the only convention that I'll have been to all year because I took a year off of cosplay, basically to work on some new ones, get some new ideas, and stuff like that. And this will be what, your third New York City Comic Con, because third, and he's got the bug, I tell you, because he actually enjoys cosplaying now. And it's funny because we're going to come to the main topic, and that is the unsung heroes of the conventions and cosplayers, the Sherpa, our handlers, and of course the photographers as well. Because honestly, cosplay is great, but you're not going to know what we do unless A, you're physically at the convention and see us in person, or you see our photographs online. So the photographers are a huge fucking part of cosplay. And I don't think they get enough credit for what they do. I mean, cosplayers, you get your credit too. I mean, it's hard. I've been building Fernando's secret cosplay from scratch for over 2 months now?
Give or take.
Give or take 2 months. And it's basically,
it's a work in progress. It's something not done ordinarily. It's a first timer. We're gonna see how it goes. Last time you did a first timer, it was a big hit.
Yes. That's why we're bringing him back.
No, the Hodor was a big hit too.
The Hodor was a giant hit. I turned Fernando into a zombie Hodor.
Oh man.
Everybody freaking loved that cosplay.
And cried.
They cried. So who knows? Maybe I'll make a zombie egret to go with his zombie Hodor, and we might bring it back because 2019 is going to be a huge year of cosplaying. I plan on going to as many conventions as I can and afford. Because cosplay is expensive.
Yes,
but see, the big thing that we talk about is the handlers. Now, most of the time, most people who cosplay will cosplay in a group, or they'll always have that one person who doesn't like cosplay, but that hangs out with the cosplayers, and they end up being the cosplayer's handler. So they're the ones that'll carry the bag that we can't carry because we're in cosplay. Or they're the ones that'll
the bag, the napkins, tape, pins, whatever you need. Drinks.
Yeah.
Run out, grab this, run out, grab that.
Definitely. And to answer your question, Mary, yes. More than likely, I will be coming out there to bother you over the weekend. Because this week's a little packed. And I know you're busy. But I'm definitely going to come bother you because Mary is giving me a special element for Bulma Quinn this year, helping me round out the new revamped version. And I'm so happy because I love her and she's very generous. And I love you, Mary. I really do. But basically, everybody goes, why would you call them a Sherpa? Well, Sherpas are basically your guys and help you when you're climbing Mount Everest. So for a cosplayer, we're in costume. We're dressed up in makeup, wigs, the costumes itself. If you go from the beginning of the opening of the actual convention till the end, you're in cosplay, give or take a good 14 hours easily. And that's not and it is counting the time it takes to get into the cosplay, put your makeup on, put your wigs on, and then travel to the actual convention. So it's a big deal. I envy my cosplayer friends that can do more than one cosplay in a day. Because once I'm in that cosplay, it is not coming off. No. New. All right. So my Mary Love says, Alan is the perfect example of a bag holder and yells at me to drink water and come support your girl at 3. She's a guest in November. Oh, right. Rizuki's special con, which I'm going to be at too, because she asked me to dress up as Luna.
Ooh.
I'm not a cosplay guest. I'm not a judge, but she just wants me to be there, which is nice because I love my friends. So in November, I actually will be at another convention. I don't think I'm going to make WinterCon this year because if you guys have been following my Instagram, I didn't post it on the Feinics Gate, but you can at the Feinics Gate, follow us. I talked about how I'm having weight loss surgery, medically required weight loss surgery in December. And I'm pretty sure that it's going to probably be around the same time as WinterCon. So unfortunately, no WinterCon for me this year. Wow.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. But the unsung heroes are the bag holders, the guys that hold your drinks, the guys that remind you to drink water so you don't get dehydrated from sweating in your cosplay for 14 hours. I mean, how many times, like, except for the days that you started to cosplay, how many times has it been where you're like holding everything?
I fell into that since I started dating you. Oh no, she's like, give me my bag, give me this. And I just started doing it. And I was like, wait, what the hell am I doing? But I just fell into it. But I just said I'm being a handler, that's it. So I just fell into it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like our Mary said, her lovely man, her special boo thing, Alan is exactly the same way. He very rarely cosplays. I mean, but when he does, he kicks some serious butt with it. But he is Mary's handler, basically. He will, he protects her from people that get, and that's the other thing. Like a handler will protect overzealous people because remember, cosplay is not consent, and some of these people, when they want photographs, will be like, yeah, all over you. And a lot of times it's very uncomfortable. And if you're like a shyer person, not me, I'll tell you to get the fuck off. But if you're a shyer person or you don't want to cause any conflict, you don't really say anything and you just let them do it. That's where the handler can come in and basically get off.
Which I got in trouble a few times already. Would you stop?
Tell them a story about it.
Well, there was the one time in, I think it was Eternal Con. Or was it
with the bunnies?
Yes.
That's Eternal Con.
That was Eternal Con when a guy kept like harassing people. Okay, no offense.
My
guys.
dogs, they want to be on camera too, so.
All right, go over there. Sorry.
Yeah.
One creepy guy kept following you guys, and I basically had to tell him to the point. I was like, yo, dude, no offense.
That is true.
Fuck off.
You and Alan joined forces for that Eternal Con to play the bunny handler. They were the bunny handlers.
Yeah, then they told me later on I could bring my gun in the arena, and I was like, what the fuck?
This is true.
Had I known that, I'm like, dude,
like straight up though, like my handler has a fucking gun and knows how to use it. So no touchy if I don't say okay. Because if he doesn't get to you, I'm gonna beat your ass myself. Because I'm not a small cosplayer. I'm 5'8.5" and not telling you my weight. But I can lift, I can throw, I can do certain things if you piss me off enough, like adrenaline.
Yeah, we almost got thrown out of Florida.
Yeah, we did.
For that stupid kid. Daddy, I want the pig now. Fuck off.
Oh my God. So another story that Fernando's going to tell us about when we were at Star Wars convention in Orlando 2 years ago. And we were not in cosplay. We did not cosplay that whole weekend.
No, we elected not to. Thank God.
Yeah. So tell them what happened.
This kid comes up.
Bless
what
you.
The fuck? This kid comes up, says, I want that pig. You can't have it. I want it.
No.
Tell him no. You don't have. First of all, he just demands it. I don't know what's wrong with these kids today demanding shit.
Right, because they think they're entitled.
Next, the dad comes in, give him the pig. No. And then gets in your face.
Oh God, big mistake because
And then security comes at us like we started. I'm like, what the fuck?
Little background reel here. At the Star Wars convention, they had a set of exclusive Star Wars pins that you could only get at the convention.
Which now they're starting at New York this year, which I don't understand why.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be doing that because the stress that was coming from Star Wars is like basically turned me off from pin trading when it comes to that. But
and it was only two. Thrawn, which was the big one.
Thrawn.
Which I think people got it to literally fist fights over.
Which I did not get. It is the only pin in the entire set that I didn't get.
And then it was the Trico? No, not what the fuck am I thinking Pokemon for? What was the guy? The green one with the
Hera.
No, the one with the bug eye looking one.
Hera.
No, not Hera. There was another one.
Greedo.
Was it Greedo?
I don't remember.
I think it was Greedo.
It's probably Greedo.
The one I got into the fight with the fucking boots.
Yeah, Greedo.
Yeah, they tell me, oh, come in the morning. Okay, I got there at 10:05. We're sold out. How you sell out in 5 minutes? And then tell me you're out. I had to fight with the guy. Shut up. I had to fight with the guy and tell me, oh, we don't have any more. Like, bullshit, you don't have any more?
But either way, so the pins are such a hot commodity, and you wear them around your neck.
Go.
You know, because basically if you had doubles of something that someone didn't have, you could trade it, pin trading, for a pin that you didn't have yourself. And this pin, it was like, there was only like maybe 100.
What, the Thon or the Greedo?
Both.
No, the Greedo was in that one booth, which I still say they pocketed all that shit. We proved it later.
Whatever.
And then, Thon, they fist fought for that shit. That was complete bullshit.
Yeah. But either way, this kid, he was like entitled, and then the father got in my face. And quickly, just to tell you, this happened in April of 2017. 2017? Yes, because I had my surgery. Yes. So actually, sorry, last year, April of 2017. Now, I had just had my spinal surgery in December. So it was still kind of hard for me to walk certain distances. And if I was tired, I was getting very cranky. So this guy happened to catch me at the very end of the day, and I was fucking ready to murder people. So he caught me at a bad time. And anybody who knows me knows I don't like snot-nosed little brat children. I don't mind kids. I don't mind children. But if your fucking kid is a snot-nosed, spoiled little brat, keep him away from me. Or her.
Oh, it's bad.
It's very bad.
No, like I said, I can understand. We, as parents, we want to do anything for our children. We want to get them everything they want. But for real, if a kid comes off really disrespectful, as a parent, you should really teach him no. If he says no, that's no.
Yeah.
Not this. Just give him the no. We ain't doing that. No,
just give him what he wants. Fuck you. He ain't my kid.
Because then that's what happens later on in life, and then you're like, where did I go wrong?
And then on top of that, the disrespect he had for a woman. This kid's gonna grow up to be like a fucking serial rapist. You know, like I want this, I'm going to take it.
Basically.
You know, so no. Teach your children manners.
Hi, Gabby.
Right? Gabby, how's your burritos? Her man, who is awesome, made some burritos.
When are you coming up here for Jack Daniel's brownies? I still want.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome.
So, I mean, like, there are certain horror stories about every cosplayer has them. Because then there are some cosplayers that just come by themselves, so they do not have a handler, and they got to deal with all this bullshit on their own.
Then we went to HorrorCon for your birthday. And, oh, God.
Didn't cosplay again,
but somehow we sat for 6 fucking hours just to meet one guy.
It was worth it.
Okay, yeah, it was worth it. Don't get me wrong, but 6 fucking hours.
That was insane.
I almost killed somebody that day.
He did.
Literally, and I was the one. And normally I have to control her. She was trying to control me.
I usually am the one that has the attitude because I'm also usually uncomfortable in my cosplay. Because after a certain amount of time, it's like, it's just uncomfortable. You know, like, in a lot of cosplays, do you have any idea what, like, for 4 days straight at a Comic-Con, I don't eat, I don't drink a lot. And that's mostly to prevent my having to go to the bathroom. Because do you have any idea how hard it is to go in a fucking cosplay?
Especially in the dresses you wear.
And not just the dresses. If I'm wearing a full bodysuit like I plan on with Feinics, I have to take the entire bodysuit off just to get to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
So that, and then on top of that, it's like this, the zipper starts at the back of my neck and goes all the way down. So it's very hard to do. And then on top of that, I'm not going to be able to zip myself back up. And Fernando can't come into the ladies' room. So, you know.
I'll definitely get thrown out then.
And Gabby says, oh my God, so good.
So
good.
Ah, yeah.
But like the other thing I want to talk about is definitely the photographers.
Mm.
Yeah.
The photographers, yeah, they actually do very well. Some actually do get famous off of it. Because, you know, photography is a profession that's been around for a very long time. That's been, you know,
Well,
Well, it has.
yeah, I mean, but we're not going into the history of photography.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
No, but like there are some photographers out there that are better than others. Like they are the ones, like the unsung hero of a cosplayer is definitely the photographer who's taking their photograph. Because if you get a really hire me as your potty patrol, Gabby, definitely
Come next year.
come next year with us. Like you can stay at wherever we're living, because who knows, we may move. We ain't talking about that. We ain't jinxing it.
Not yet.
But yeah, man, the photographer. If you have a good photographer, not every shot's going to be like glamour photo, but they are so good, and you add them to your cosplay portfolio, and they get the credit, and you get the credit. And honestly, you know what? I love some of the photographers that I work with, because I usually work with the same ones every year.
Well, you actually got me to do it for the first time last year too.
We had professional photos taken of us as we were Bulma, Quinn, and Joku.
Yeah, that was a hit.
And they went viral. Thanks, John.
Yeah, that was great.
So I'm probably gonna end up working with the same ones this year, because we have some pretty significantly big cosplays, for this year. It's gonna be pretty cool. I mean, and being this is the only convention that I hit up besides me, like the November one, for the last time.
Well, this year, like I said, going back to New York Comic Con, usually, like I said, it's always a big deal. It's always a big event. But this year, even I have to admit, the exclusives this year, not as good. Like I was saying before.
Last year, we were fighting tooth and nail for exclusives.
Yeah.
This year, there's barely any. And the ones that were announced are...
Yeah, made myself look like a jackass for a Qui-Gon Jinn 2 years ago, which made the Funko Instagram, and I wound up being third place overall. Mm-hmm. Then it was the Power Rangers last year, which we're not going to go into that.
Please don't.
But
that's still a sore spot with my boy.
Well, still, that was a whole thing, and I was fighting with the Bandai booth for the fucking Dragon Ball figures.
Yeah. I mean, even the Funkos that they're announcing for the convention are meh.
The only one I could honestly see this year was the Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, that one I really want.
The King of Brooklyn.
We love Biggie. I hate rap. I like Biggie.
Yeah, I could only see that one as the big one. The Dragon Ball figures are usually a hit. Some of the other ones, other shows, but most of them, no. Like, I'm really not going to waste my money. And I think they said they announced the last wave today, and it's a Pocahontas in street clothes.
What?
It's supposed to promote Wreck-It Ralph too.
Oh, in her princess, like, relaxation stuff?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's kind of cool. That I might get, because me and Disney.
It's not a pop, though. It's one of those, like, rock candy figure. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Still, maybe. I'll put that in my maybe list. I mean, we signed up for a bunch of raffles, too. Mm-hmm. Of course, obviously, the Funko raffle, because it's Funko.
Well, the Majin Buu Vegeta.
The Majin Buu Vegeta, he really wants to get that.
This year, I will go for action figures. I'm definitely going for the Smoke from the Mortal Kombat, because that's like one of the few Mortal Kombat characters I like.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Ball exclusives came out. Perfect Cell, Brawly, and the Vegito came out.
I honestly don't even know if we're going to do a lot of shopping this year.
Yeah, maybe. It's a very baby, but the Smoke is a definite.
I mean, between the 4 photo ops that we have, that already is like a lot of money. And certain exclusive I'm not excited about. And honestly, I'm not going to spend money on something I'm not excited about, which is, brings me back to look at me. I'm back in where it says most of my friends didn't even want to go this year. Like, my cosplay people, sometimes I will only see them at a con, and most of them aren't even coming.
And honestly, this year, it looks like they put no effort into this.
It really seems like it, yeah.
No effort. It's like, hey, it's New York Comic Con. We can put it whatever the fuck we want out there, and they still got to, Peanut, God damn it, get down. Sorry.
But I don't know. I mean, like, honestly, I can't really blame most of my cosplay fam for not wanting to go. I really can't. So, I mean, anybody that chose not to go to Comic-Con should not be made to feel like shit for not showing up.
Nah, this year... If you chose to skip this year, no one will blame you.
I don't.
Because...
seriously, the work on the Javins is supposed to be done till, what, 2020? or 2021.
2020, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and we're only in 2018. That means next year is going to be even smaller, or God knows.
Well, they're supposed to expand it higher. I don't know how they're doing it.
Bing, bing, bing.
But last year, Artist Alley was a clusterfuck.
Oh my God, yeah. Like there was no room for any of the artists to really expand, and it was moved into 2 different areas.
And
it was just so
hot.
crazy. Oh my God.
The super hot. You couldn't move. The lines were ridiculous.
Yep.
So that was a clusterfuck.
Yep.
We don't know how they're going to design it this year. They did not put out.
They haven't put out a floor plan.
Yeah, they have. They usually do that a week in advance. So
you can find that usually on the show clicks though.
Oh, they show clicks?
Yeah, on the show clicks website, like it is attached to your badge. So you can usually get a map of who's who, what's where, what booths are going to be there, which is great. You know, honestly, I love being able to know where certain vendors that I like personally are going to be. Because then I don't have to run around the entire Javits Center looking for them.
That's true.
You know?
And then what else? Like I said, there's a lot of complaints this year. There's more good things to say than... But overall, it's going to be a good time.
Oh, yeah. I'm not... trust me, we're not bashing it. We're going to have a great time.
Yeah, we always enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
And like I said, one of the main things I always look for is the creativity.
Yeah.
Jade has already said this before, and I've said this about cosplay in general. I want outside-the-box thinking. I always applaud the people who think outside the box and not just do...
What is my dog doing in the background?
I have no idea. Like I said, outside the box thinking. Something like you would never expect.
Or you did expect and it's just executed so beautifully. Because I have seen, by going to Comic-Con for as long as I have and being a cosplayer for as long as I have seen some truly epic cosplay that I can only dream of achieving or doing in the future. I mean... Some of these cosplays are just like, wow.
That's true.
You know, like they're like, woo! And I can only hope to be on that level one day.
I wish I could play a drinking game at Comic-Con though.
Yeah. But
how many people are going to be dressed up as Thanos? For every Thanos you see, you take a shot. I'll probably be drunk after 5.
Not even.
Not even.
I mean, and on top of that, how many Spider-Mans are we going to see from the game?
1,000.
Uh-huh.
So,
you know, and then of course there's the Deadpools. Deadpool army.
The Deadpool army.
And
they're actually pretty fun.
I
don't mind those.
I'm wondering how many people are going to be cosplaying as like different forms of Deadpool from Deadpool 2 this year.
That's cool.
My friend, actually one of my friends made a Muppet pool, which is really cool.
See, that's outside the box.
Yeah.
See, anything like, you know, something creative, but then you just enhance it to the point where it's like, I would never think of that. For example, our Joku and Bomba Quid. How many people looked at me like, what the fuck is that? And then they looked at me, they're like, it's awesome, but what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's outside the box thing where you can have people look at you and just for no reason and just be like, ta-da.
Ta-da.
But that's the kind of thing.
Gabby's like 525,600 Spideys. Excellent usage of the rent quote. I love you.
Yes, that's a good one. And not even counting the kids.
Right?
Not even counting the kids.
Yeah, the kids. I mean,
I don't count kids because solely for the reason we've all done this. I want to be Superman. I want to be Batman. I want to be whatever. So it's to be expected.
Hi, Mom.
I don't count kids. Hi, Mom. But adults, I'm 20. We're gonna see 20,000 Thanoses. I bet.
I don't know if we're gonna see that many Thanoses. We may see, you know. I don't know. I mean, it really depends because, like I said, a lot of my regular cosplay friends are not even going. So
I will say this though. I'm just thinking about this. When we went to the Star Wars convention, your friend had a really fun game where he would selfie himself from a distance and then tag you, and you're like, "Where the fuck is this guy?"
The Got 'em game.
The Got 'em game. That was actually pretty fun. I almost want to bring that back.
I mean, it would be great, but honestly, it really only works with the Wampas and the rest of my BDC crew.
Oh, that was a fun game.
Yeah.
And then I'm the one that caught him. And I'm not
oh my god, there was so good. There was so many good ones where it's like, oh, I see them in the. click, and it's like, got them, because you immediately put it up on Instagram and you tag the person that you got. And then they're like, oh, shit. It's fun. It's great. But honestly, I think it only really works with BDC.
Oh, that still was a fun game.
It was. I mean, and then we had actually opted out of going to the convention in Chicago because Star Wars convention was announced, but they're holding it in Chicago.
It unfortunately, due to scheduling and this
money.
Not even money. It's really scheduling on my end. Mm-hmm. It falls after my vacation, and it'd be very hard to come back from vacation and go back on another vacation right after.
Yeah, even for like 2 days, 4 days.
4 days, yeah.
It just isn't worth it. Plus, like, everything's booked up already. I mean, it is what it is. Some conventions you can get to, some you can't.
It would have been nice to visit Chicago, though.
It would have been nice to visit Chicago because we've never been to Chicago.
That'd been a good one, but there'll be other days.
Yeah, there'll be other days.
We'll make it.
Yeah,
we're still gonna try to one day make it to San Diego. I don't know how the fuck we're gonna do that.
We can try.
We could damn well try.
We could try. I mean, like, there's tons of conventions all over the country. Like, literally, like, convention season used to only be like from April, May until September, October, with New York Comic Con being the very last one. And then you have WinterCon. See, now here's the thing. A lot of people don't realize is that cosplay and conventions are now year long. So, like, you'll have a convention one weekend in Baltimore. Like, this weekend is Baltimore Comic Con. And I know a couple of my friends are actually going down there. And I would have loved to go, but it's the week before New York City Comic Con. So it kind of doesn't work. It's expensive.
And then what? Right after New York is Anime Con in November.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to go to Anime NYC, but I'm broke. And I don't have the only anime cosplay that I have is my Luna.
Then it was Rhode Island Con, I think.
Yes.
That's always a big one.
Yeah, they get some good guests there in Rhode Island.
For some, I don't know how. Then you got WinterCon. Then it is like a whole bunch. But like I said, it is, con season is very expensive, but it's fun. Like I said, if you have the time, if you have the effort, do it.
It's true.
I like I said, I never did it. I got dog.
Peanut, get down.
Stop. Go away. Go down.
My dogs, they're in love with him, so they want in on the cast right now. It's adorable. But like I said, we're not bashing Comic-Con. We're not. I mean, was it run a little haphazardly this year? Yes. Were they a little like net with the guest announcements? Yes. Are they a little overboard with their prices and everything nowadays? Yes. But then again, at the same time, you'll be very hard pressed to find some of the guests that come to New York City Comic Con at any other con.
Well, I will give them the benefit of a doubt. I think there's a lot of projects going on. From what I'm hearing, the new Avengers, they're doing reshoots right now, is the rumor. So that's why a lot of the guests that do the Avengers or anything like that did not come. There's a lot. They got the Marvel DC Marvel shows. They're going to be there, but once again, only doing panels, which I don't understand why. But like I said, I'll give them a pass. But if next year they do the same thing, no way.
True.
No way.
True.
I can't support if they're not going to have anybody.
I mean, it's not even the matter of like the celebrities that you meet. Honestly, if most of my friends aren't going to go, like.
And then most of that, half the people that are going, you already met.
True.
You already met them.
What can I say? 15 years of conventions.
Still, you already met them.
Yeah.
But like I said, we'll still have a good time.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
And I can't, my New York City, the New York City edition of the second rounds is going to be there playing their Who You Got challenge. They got a really pretty new belt.
You should steal the belt.
I'm not going to steal the belt.
I'm
not stealing that belt. I will steal that belt in valid combat when I finally do a Who You Got challenge for the Feinics Gate.
Which we will win.
We will do eventually. But seriously, they'll be there. I'll be there for the Feinics Gate, and all of us are going to be representing Podcast City Network. We love our network. And honestly, if you guys see me again, just if you see me or you see Fernando, you may not recognize me right away because I'm wearing a wig all 4 days. But honestly, I'll be there. You know,
we'll be there.
Yeah,
we'll be there.
Yeah, come take a picture of me.
Come take a picture. Say
get
hi.
on the podcast.
Yeah,
get on the website.
10-second video.
Yeah, I mean, like seriously, I love everybody. I'm never gonna turn around and say go away. I mean, the only time I may refuse a photograph or anything with a fan or a person is if I'm literally on my way to the bathroom. That's like the only time. Or if you see me sitting down resting for a few minutes because my legs are killing me, that might be the only time. And half the time, if I'm sitting down and somebody says, "Can I get a picture with you?" I'll get up. I will.
You have.
I have. Especially for the kids. Especially for the kids. Like when I did Merida last year, everybody kept telling me that I looked like a Renaissance poison ivy, which is why I upgraded Merida this year.
No, you got a lot of kids that recognized you too.
Yeah.
And they're like, Merida. I'm like, we had to stop like every 5 minutes.
Yeah. Kids love the costume. What can I say? I make a good princess.
Then there was that one lady that found you, and then she actually said, "Oh, I remember you. You were Merida." And she actually said she followed you on Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah,
Merida does work.
Yeah. So I mean, basically, like I said, this wasn't going to be a very long cast. We really only wanted to talk about Sherpas, photographers, and Comic-Con coming up in a week. So basically, you really need to tune in. The New York City edition is going to be live tomorrow for Alex A. Town Ryan's conference. This is the final character to be added to the Who You Got challenge. And let's see if Alex can be a back-to-back champion, because he is the current champion right now.
You should have went with Blunt Man again. Blunt Man was a winner. Blunt Man was a winner.
You made me snort.
Blunt Man was a goddamn winner, and you didn't want to go.
Well, we'll see what he gets in his conference tomorrow. Tune in to the second round's New York City edition tomorrow night for Alex's conference. It's going to be a killer time. And then, of course, shout out to the second round's Florida edition, kicking ass, taking names. And then, of course, Podcast City Network. We love you. Thank you. And we're going to wrap it up because I got things to do. There's cosplays to finish. So tune in next week where we will obviously also be doing our pre-Comic-Con podcast. And then it's going to be a really banger-running time. So like I said, find us at New York City Comic-Con next week. We'll be there all 4 days.
Butter says bye
Butter
too.
says bye too. So bye. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Bye. We love you. Bye. Okay, done.
Really? Oh my goddamn nuts.
That was recorded.
Good. That'll be a nice little thing towards the end. That'll be a nice little